Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Marilyn with Fabulous Designs on a Budget. And this is my husband,
Hello, everyone.
Will. And so today we are going to be doing Get to Know a Little Bit About Us and How Well Do We Know Each Other. So we have a set of questions here, and we're going to start off. Question number one. How did we meet?
How did we meet? Uh, Unofficially, we met while I was attending new employee orientation. We didn't meet officially. She basically just said her name, and because she was one of the, what do you want to call it, the instructors, so to speak.
um, One of the new orientation person for
Yeah.
customer service.
So she introduced herself, and that was how how I knew who she was. But officially, we first met while I was on the job.
But what did you tell me when you said that you saw me in the training session? I was doing the training and you were a new employee in the training session.
What did I
What
say?
did you tell me that you told one of the guys in the training session?
I don't know. What did I tell you?
You said he told me, now this was after we officially met each other some years later. He told me that he told one of the guys in the training sessions, oh, I think she's cute. I would really like to
Oh,
get,
yeah. I
see?
told her I thought she was cute. Yeah.
And that he would really like to get to know me. But he didn't approach me that day in the training session. But we officially met, I believe it was like, what, 3 years later?
Well, not even. Maybe 2 years later. Maybe, yeah, about 2 years later.
So we officially met two years later, and that's how we met. We met on the job,
On the job.
2 years later. Question number two. Who approached who? I approached him.
Yeah, she approached me.
I approached him.
Like I said, when we first met, I worked in housekeeping at the time, and I was assigned to clean her area. So one of my assignments was her office. So that's how we first met. And then we
So,
sat while I was cleaning her office. Had a little conversation there, and she asked me a question.
but before we start interacting and having conversations
Yeah.
in the office, I would see him, I would see him like every couple days. He would come by my office and clean my office. And so then I noticed he wasn't wearing a wedding ring. And I was single at the time, and I had been single probably for about 6 years, just dating periodically. So I approached him and I said, excuse me, can you settle a debate that I'm having? I said, do you cook because you're hungry or because it's your turn? And then you said,
I cooked because I'm hungry.
so to me, saying you cook because you're hungry, that kind of gave me the indication that he wasn't married or he wasn't living with a female. So I could have been wrong, but I took a chance and I says, oh, okay. So if he cooks because he's hungry, that means he has no one to cook for him. So that was my open line toward him. And even though he did tell me later, he already knew that that's kind of what it meant.
Yeah, I did. I had the idea.
So he had an idea that I was approaching him, trying to come on to him. And after that, he would just stop by my office every day after work, and we would sit and talk. And then I think maybe like 3 weeks went by, and then finally I said, well, hey, are you going to ask for my number? Are you going to ask me out or something? Are we just going to have these conversations every day? And he kind of looked at me like, well, you didn't give me an opportunity. But to me, 3 weeks was long enough. You could have asked for my phone number. Um, so next question is, how long did we date before we got married?
Oh, good question. Sake now. We dated probably what?
I know the answer. I'm gonna see if you know it. Let's see if you know the answer.
Okay, we met 2000.
This is an easy one. Come on.
3 years? 2 years?
We dated 2 years before we got married. We've been together almost, let's see. We've been married for 5 years, right? It took us a year to plan our wedding, so that was 6.
3 years.
So, okay, 3 years, you're right.
Almost 4, actually.
No, 3, because we got engaged 2 years after.
No,
It was 2 years, because then we were engaged for a year planning the wedding. So that's 3 years, and we've been married for 5. So that's 8 years total. So
yeah,
I was wrong.
You're right.
He said 8 in the beginning, but yeah, that was correct. Let's see. Next question. Why did you marry me?
Why did I marry you?
Yeah. Why did you marry me?
Well, there's a story to that. So,
this
like
might be the first time I heard this one.
I thought she was nice looking. So, but I was intimidated by her position because at the time I started at the bottom. I started in the housekeeping. So, and she was pretty much upper management. So, even though
I worked in the director's office.
Even though I thought she was nice looking, I just didn't. I was intimidated to approach her because I didn't think she would, talk to someone in my status, so to speak. So I pretty much let it go at that time, and then what was it? Maybe 2 years later, when I got assigned to your area. Mm-hmm. And then that's when I started seeing her on a regular basis. And then I said, okay, well, it won't hurt to say something to her. And that's where it happened. We started talking, and then hit off from there. But the reason why I married her was because of the fact that her main thing was her, what's the word I'm looking for? Personality, the way she carried herself. I mean, that was very attractive to me. The way a woman carries herself. If she carries herself in a way that she's, she's not really trying to go out here and look for a man in a certain way. She pretty much carried herself as being independent. She wasn't, if she met somebody, great, but if not, that's fine too. So.
So basically, I was okay. I was comfortable in my skin of dating or not dating, in a relationship or not in a relationship.
Yeah, pretty much. I just like the way you carried yourself. So that really caught my attention. You could tell what type of woman a woman is by the way she carries herself, and that says a lot about a woman. So if you meet a woman and she's very flirtatious or outgoing or outspoken, it depends on what you like. And for me, it was the fact that she was very put together, so to speak.
Total package.
I wouldn't say all that. I'm just kidding. No. It's just the way she carried herself. It's just, she carried herself in a way that I like in a woman. So that's what attracted me initially to her. But as time went on, and we got to know each other a lot better, we knew each other's situations, I just got out of a bad marriage, so
She was psycho.
I wasn't really trying to, get with someone else right away. So I just wanted to get that out of my system first. But the thing is if you meet somebody that fits your personality, then that's you got to act on it. So she pretty much did that, and I felt that she was the one. So that's why I asked her to marry me.
And for me, why did I marry him? Uh, as I got to know him also, and we went through some ups and downs, some struggles. Um, but I saw the good qualities. I saw the good qualities in him. He was an excellent father. He cared for his children. The way he cared for his mother. Um, he was very gold oriented. The position that he was in was just an entry level position, and he had goals to go further than just staying in the one position. Um, he was very kind and sweet, attentive, and if he could give me the world, he would give me the world. So that's why I married him, because he was a very kind-hearted, nurturing person. Although we worked each other's nerves a lot through our courtship, but I saw the qualities in him that I saw in my father, and I knew that that was the type of man for me. So that's why I said I do and married him.
You still work my nerves. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we do. We work both each other's nerves, so don't play. don't play. But I love him. That's the main thing. I love him, and I'm in love with him.
Ah, okay.
Mwah. Now let's see. You got some lipstick on? No. Okay. Uh, Next question. How long? Well, I already gave that one away. How long have we been married?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. Let's see. Next question. What did we do on our honeymoon night? You want me to go or you go? So on our honeymoon night, I didn't even give him a chance, huh?
We didn't really have.
We didn't have a
Honestly, we
honeymoon on
didn't
our
have a
honeymoon night.
night. Everything was going on so much.
Yeah.
We pretty much got exhausted, and we came home and went to bed.
Yeah, and then we had family here from out of town, so we didn't really want to go and take a honeymoon right after our
Right.
wedding or the next morning, because we had family here visiting from out of town, and they were going back, not the next day, but the next day. So we actually spent our honeymoon here at our home, upstairs in our room, and we were out like a light. I took off that wedding dress. He took off his tux and
Passed out.
passed out. It was over. It was over and done with. And then the next day, we went and stayed at the hotel. Remember, we stayed at the hotel. We went and stayed at a nice hotel for 2 days, and this was after family and everybody had left. So we did that, and then that 2 months later, because we got married in August, so then in October, that's when we took our honeymoon, and we went to the Poconos. Okay, moving right along. Let's see. What is my pet peeve?
Your pet peeve. You got a lot of them.
Oh, come on. The biggest one of all. I know you're not going to get this. What's my pet peeve?
I would say your biggest pet peeve would be what? Me leaving stuff laying around. And
My
you I get on your nerves by leaving stuff laying around.
So that's not my biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve is when I ask him to help me do things around the house, and he'll say, okay. And then 3 days will go by, a week will go by, and it still's not done. And then I'll say, honey, I really need you to do this. Oh, all right, I'll do it. Then another week goes by. So you guys see I got patience here, right? So then it'll just get to the point that I'll make...
She has no patience.
None.
Don't
you think 2 weeks is enough patience? So
no, because things come up. Not only just me, but you. But things come up.
What things come up?
Something happens and we got to do this or do that.
We.
And then, yes, we.
But if I say,
yes, we.
Okay, so he doesn't have a big chore list at all.
It's not
at all.
A chore list,
but if I say, honey, can you clean the guest bathroom? That shouldn't take 2 weeks. Or me end up doing it. That's what I mean.
You don't end up doing it. You won't do it. It just won't get done until I do it.
But,
you ain't gonna do it.
But that has nothing to do with if things come up, because there's 7 days in a week. It takes less than a half an hour to clean a powder room. Now it's just a powder room with a toilet, a sink, a floor, and walls, and a mirror. But that's my biggest pet peeve, when I have to constantly say, can you help me do this? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do this?
You said you have...
That's my biggest pet peeve.
Pet peeves. What's your other ones?
No. I said, what's my biggest pet peeve?
What's the other pet peeves? Just name another one.
That's really it. When I say, can you help me do something, and you don't do it.
All right.
That's the only thing that really...
No, but you said
really
you
bugs
have
me.
a few. So I just wondered what it was.
Did I say few?
You did.
I meant just the one. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Okay.
Let's see. What's my favorite color? I know your favorite color.
What's my favorite color?
His favorite color, he has two, blue and gray. Those are his two favorite colors. He doesn't have one. It's always been the two. What's my favorite color?
Red.
Ah, very good. Red is my very favorite color. I love red. Red is the color of love. What is my favorite food?
That's a good question, because you eat everything.
But I do have one favorite food.
No, I'm saying, what did I make, or just in general?
Favorite food in general.
I don't know. That's a good question. You like a lot of stuff.
But what's my favorite all time that I'm always saying, ooh, I want this?
Fried chicken.
Now,
chicken cordon bleu.
Chicken cordon bleu. So he makes this dish, chicken cordon bleu. And he actually made it once when we went on a trip together. I didn't know that was your favorite
dish. I just thought you'd like that.
Well, no, let me change that. My favorite dish, oxtails. That's my favorite dish of all, oxtails.
I didn't know that.
But I'm always telling you that I love oxtails. Remember, every time I go to visit my mom, I always ask my mom, hey, Mom, can you cook me some oxtails? And she'll say, if I can find some and they're not expensive. Okay. So my favorite food of all is oxtails and rice.
Okay.
I have many favorites, but my favorite all is oxtails and rice.
Okay, you didn't say that. You just said that. I mean, you never actually told me what your favorite food was. You just said you like this a lot. Like for me to cook it.
He actually cooked oxtails for me because he knew it was my favorite food on the day that he proposed. He invited me over, cooked me some oxtails and rice and a bottle of wine, and we sat there and ate. He can cook some oxtails. They're delicious. And after we got done eating, he got down on one knee and he proposed. So he proposed to me over my favorite dinner.
Actually, I had to cook them for my mother. My mother made. She didn't make them that often. She made them since I was growing up. I think she made them maybe 3 times. But the first time she made them, I didn't know what they were. I had no idea what they were. But
I'm a country girl. He's a city boy.
They were good. I mean, my mother's from the South. She's from South Carolina, and she knows all that stuff. So when she made them, they was delicious. And I was wondering, I said, But I never asked her when I was little. I never asked her how to make them until I got older and on my own. And I happened to see them in the store, and that's what brought back memories. I seen them one day in the store, and I said, oxtails. I said, that's what my mom made years ago when I was little, and I loved them. So when I did see them in the store, I didn't buy them at that point. I went home, called my mother. I said, Mom, do you know? I said, when was the last time you made oxtails? She said, oh, I ain't made those in years. I said, could you tell me how to make them? And she's told me how to make them. She said, oh, it's easy. You just put it, do this, do this, do this, and do that. I said, okay. And then the first time I made them, I messed them up really bad. I overcooked them. They fell off the bone. The meat was really soggy. So it takes a couple times to get it right.
That was before he knew me.
And yeah, this was way before.
But he mastered it.
That's how I learned how to cook. My mother mainly taught me how to do it because she cooked for a living for 30 years. She worked in the school system as a cook. So she learned how to cook a lot of stuff. So other than, her upbringing. So she taught me, the first thing she taught me how to cook was spaghetti. And when I was on my own, that's the only thing I ate was spaghetti. Because that was the only thing I knew how to cook. But as time went on, I asked her about different dishes, meatloaf, whatever. And she told me how to do it. So I did it that way. And then I just branched off from there.
Okay. So your favorite food, believe it or not, I do not know your favorite food, honey, because
I don't really have a favorite food.
But I will say the one thing that you truly, truly love that I fixed, that steak lasagna.
That was good. Yeah.
I made some steak lasagna.
I love Italian
and
food. That's probably my favorite.
Okay, so your favorite is different types of Italian food.
My favorite type of food is Italian food. I love Italian food. I don't know why, but my condition, I can't eat it on a regular basis because I have diabetes, so I can't eat a lot of pasta because too many carbs.
Okay. So what is your pet peeve? I didn't even get that from you.
My pet peeve.
There we go.
You mean as far as you or just in general?
As far as me.
As far as you. My pet peeve.
Down here.
is she has a tendency to, if she don't want something, she don't want to do something, she'll have me do it. Basically. And she won't tell me how to do it. She'll just kind of like leave it there for me to do it. For example, if she want me to take something down to the cellar.
I put it in front of the basement door.
Just saying, hey, can you take this down the cellar for me? She'll leave it at the top of the steps and have me like basically just walking to it. Or not
to the point where he's gonna trip over the steps.
Laundry.
I put the laundry in front of the door.
Take the laundry upstairs to her room. She'll leave it at the bottom of the steps. And then as I'm going up the steps to go to the bathroom or something, can you take this up for me? So,
okay, you got me right. Okay, favorite candy?
My
Raisinets.
favorite candy is Raisinets, yeah.
What's my favorite?
Butterfinger.
Nah, Butterfinger's not my favorite.
Yeah, it is, because that's all you eat.
But that's not my favorite candy.
I don't know what's your favorite candy.
My favorite candy is candy corns.
Oh,
but you can't buy those. You can't buy them all year long.
That's true. That's what I said.
But it's my favorite candy of all.
But I had no idea. You don't eat. I eat Raisinets
all the time. Right. But I'll eat the Kit Kats during the off season.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Favorite candy. Favorite dessert.
Favorite dessert.
What is my favorite dessert? You're supposed to be answering about me. What's my favorite dessert?
Your favorite dessert, I would say, is either cheesecake or strawberry ice cream.
Strawberry ice cream, not the cheesecake. Okay. His favorite, butter pecan ice cream.
Yes, I do. I love it.
Okay. Let's see. We answered that one. Dream vacation. What is your dream vacation?
My dream vacation, I want to go to Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands. My dream vacation is any tropical island. Bahamas, Jamaica,
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas, any resort, all inclusive. Dream location to live. My dream location to live is somewhere in the South where it's warmer weather. We're here in Pittsburgh and it's already cold to the point where we have to turn on our heat. So my dream place to live, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, somewhere, one of those southern areas. Your dream location.
If I had to pick a place, I would say Virginia. I like Virginia a lot. I was stationed there for 6 years. I really liked it down there. I mean, it's down south, but at the same time, it gets cold in the wintertime, so you kind of don't miss not being at home too.
Okay.
So
house or condo for retirement? Condo. For retirement, we want to sell our home and move into a 2-bedroom condo. Me, I can retire any day. He still has about 6 years before he can retire. So
second
time, because he's 22 years, 23 years, retired military. So the job that he's doing now, he works in the human resource department in credentialing. This is actually his second career. Let's see. How many children do we have combined?
4.
4.
4 boys.
I have one son that's 30. He has...
I have a set of twins that's 31. And my youngest one is 28.
And all boys. No girls.
No girls.
We need them grandbabies. Especially to my son.
Well,
I need a grandbaby.
I have 9 grandkids.
He has 9 grandkids. So I do have 7 grandkids. And I want a grandbaby.
My twins have
Talking
4
to my
each,
son.
and my youngest has 1.
Let's see. So I think that's it for now, honey. That is it to our question and answer session today. But we will be back. I thought it would be a good idea for us to do a question and answer session, like maybe once a month, different things like that, and see how it goes. So, anything else you want to add, honey?
If you got any questions for us.
Oh, yeah. If you got any questions, anything that you would like to know about us, you can leave a comment in the comment section. You can send it to my Gmail account, which is in the description box, or you can leave it on my Instagram. But I prefer you to leave it in the description box or send it to my Gmail account. So, other than that, thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Give us a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, all of my supporters, thank you for supporting me. Everyone that's new, welcome to the Fabulous Designs on a Budget family. And as always, stay blessed, less stress, and thank you for watching. Bye.
See you later.